All right, guys, it's Paul Singh, the market speculator with bullsonwallstreet.com with the weekly swing trade report here. Now, let's look at SPY here. We got the breakout after a long consolidation here over 2 weeks. We finally got that close over this range into all-time highs at 218.18. Looking good, and what I really like about this is we've got some confirmation here with IWM. That's the lower float stocks, a broader range of stocks making up this index here, and that was up almost double what SPY was. So really good here. And on top of that, we've got oil bouncing, which can really help the market here. It also helps our current position here, UCO. We've been playing this bounce. We entered in here somewhere. We're up to 874. We're set to open at 9. Now, if you aren't already in oil, it's breaking over the 9, and a pullback here or a little bit of a consolidation could set up your entry. So keep an eye out for oil. Another actionable setup would be a sector tied into oil, and that is energy. So if we look at XLE, about to open here over its 50-day moving average, I would watch this very closely. Now, it has run here pretty quick from 64 to about 68. So maybe you don't jump in today, maybe you watch for some consolidation, or you just go ahead and enter and give it a little bit of a looser stop so you can play through what would be some consolidation. And I would use ERX. XLE is the underlying, which I would use to make my decision, but I would get the volatility of the triple leveraged here. So you can get a little bigger of a gain and still be able to manage your risk here. So I would get in somewhere here around 30, 29.75, somewhere in there, and then put your stop up at the top of the, or put your target at the top of the range. Maybe take a partial around 32, 33, and see if we can't get that bigger move. Now, those of you who follow me on Twitter know we've been watching Netflix. I posted this over the weekend. It had that big earnings breakdown, but, or maybe this was earnings here, but it did break down at some point in here. Back up, recovered nicely after testing the lows here around 85. Nice move over its 50-day moving average. I call this the moving average sandwich when they're bottoming and kind of in between two major moving averages. I would like to get in here and play kind of a pre-breakout of the 200. And the nice thing is here is if we enter here where it's opening around 96, let's say it gets in the upper 95s, and the 200 is up here at 101, that gives you a good 5 points here where you could actually just take a partial here. And then with that last remaining lotto position, try to play for the breakout, and maybe it eventually gets up here to 110. That would be a huge move here. So that's the way I'm looking to play Netflix at this point. One other actionable setup here is AMBA, and we traded this for a really nice gain earlier this back in June, July here, but now it's setting up again. It hasn't really pulled back deep. Nice consolidation in here. Now I do have to look up when earnings is. I believe it's sometime in September, but I'd have to look that up. But a break of 60 here to start the week could set up a nice little run here, and we do have some overhead key levels here to play around that give us some room to the upside. So I would watch for that. You could even enter a little bit earlier as it's come up over the 9 and play that pre-breakout here, as long as you manage your risk well. And I'm going to go ahead and give you guys one more stock that I'm watching. That's PGWPH. Now, this is a pre-breakout play as well. You could just wait to see if this breaks this 100 level, or so a little below 100 here. That intraday high was at 98. So that's the high in there. And we're at about 95.62, holding the 9. I've actually come close a few times to entering this. You can play the pre-break, and you can manage your stop pretty good here. A little bit smaller position size, looser stop, and then maybe if it breaks out, you add to that position, and it could set up a nice little run here. And as you can see, we have highs up here around 130. So when this thing starts moving, it can really fly. So key on my radar here, that's GWPH, oil, energy, Netflix, and even the market indexes. So if you want to trade SPY here, you can use the triple leverage SPXL. So that's it for the weekly report, guys. Remember, you can sign up for the trade report. You're already on the weekly swing report. here, but go to the Swing Alerts page. You can see at the bottom of the page here, you can listen to my Chat with Traders interview, get to know me a little bit here. Monthly plan, $99 a month, and then we've got the yearly for half off. Instead of $1,200, you're only paying $599. You get my trade reports. If you go to the Swing Alerts dashboard here, now this is emailed to you, you get it in text, but there's a video every morning. This is the video that's already come out for this morning here. The watch list, my current positions, indexes, all the stuff we're looking at here, a review of what's in the video, and then of course you get my trade alerts intraday whenever I'm get in and out of a trade. So that's it for the weekly report. I'll see you guys next week.